Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Monday Night Live. It's been a while since I've done this, and I wanted to kind of get the ball rolling again. Consistency is the hardest thing for me, especially with this type of stuff, because I get so busy throughout the year helping people buy and sell homes. Last summer was no exception because we had, it was really hard. We had so many issues with multiple offers and showings where we had to get out there the first 24 hours or it sells. So my apologies for not being consistent, and I'm going to try and make that effort to be as consistent as I can this year. There's lots of things I want to talk about with real estate tonight, so I want to get rolling here. It usually starts at 7 o'clock. I'm just going to give it another minute. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. How are you, my friend? I hope you had a good weekend. I feel horrible about Angela. I heard that looks like she's hurting right now. She cracked a rib. She's got COVID. Please give her my best wishes. Sandra, Paul, Victor, hi guys. Thanks so much for checking in. I really appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, I do a lot of music stuff, but I'm a full-time real estate agent. So I have friends all around the globe, and so many wonderful people are gracious enough to come and check it out tonight. We're going to be talking about real estate stuff. So for any of you that aren't in the state of Minnesota, if you have questions or you know someone buying or selling that maybe needs help, give them some of these videos if it pertains to them. Tonight, I really want to talk about what's going on in the market, at least in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. There's a lot of things I was thinking about that I wanted to share. Last summer, I've been doing this for 18 years or close to. The last summer was one of the toughest real estate markets I've ever had in my 18 years of doing this. In June and July, houses were selling so fast in all price points, and they were selling for anywhere from 20 to 40K or more over whatever the list was, with just a ton of offers and interest. And that's a really hard thing when you're a buyer. It's great if you're a seller, but how do you kind of navigate through that? And there's a lot of different courses of action you can take, but I wanted to talk tonight mostly about how you have to be careful not to give everything away. And what I'm talking about is too many people are willing to give up their inspection contingency, or they're willing to make their earnest money non-refundable, things like that. And you really got to be careful before you do something like that, because it can really come back to bite you in the butt. Case in point, there are two houses I'm going to mention that I showed buyers this week. One of them was a acreage property out west that had maybe five acres, something like that. It had a large pole barn that you could do a machine shop. You could build Harleys. You could fix cars, anything you could think of. Dirt floor, but it was like 30 by 50. The house itself was built in like 1987. There was only the main level. It was a one-story. Only main level was finished. The lower level was unfinished, so it couldn't have been more than maybe 1,600 square feet. And then there was other outbuildings as well. But anyways, the list price on this house was $440,000. They had 5 offers already. All 5 offers were at least $500,000. So that's $60,000 over list price. And there's a tipping point. Sooner or later, it's just not worth it anymore. And you're better off to pull back and wait for that right property than to stretch yourself or put yourself in a bad position. The other one is a property that was located in Apple Valley for $340,000. For those of you that aren't in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area, it's just a southern suburb of the Twin Cities. Really nice, great schools, close to everything, shopping, not too far from the Mall of America and the airport. Anyways, this $340,000 listing had 30 showings in 24 hours and over 6 offers. And of the 6, all 6 of them had at least $10,000 over list price or better. So that's shocking right now for a lot of people that are buyers. You can win in this market, but you got to be really careful. And again, you can't give up some of the most basic things. Number one, you can't give up your inspection, because no one can just look at a house and assess what's going on with it. I have a pretty good eye. I've been around for a long time. I've gutted 3 houses. I've helped my brother-in-law who builds homes, but I'm not a trained professional. You got to have that inspector come in and take a look at the house to make sure that what you're purchasing is what you think it's going to be. And so one of the tactics of some of these agents are we're going to write over, but then we're also going to take away the inspection contingency, hoping that the seller will sign. Well, of course the seller will sign. It's one less thing that they have to deal with. But I think it's disingenuous, and I think it's very, very, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's very reckless of a real estate agent to ever tell their buyer they should forego an inspection. I have a new listing coming on at the end of the week in Fridley, which is a northern suburb of Minneapolis. We've already got an offer on the property. And with that offer, they haven't seen the house yet because it's incoming soon. They wrote an offer, and the offer says no inspection. They haven't even looked at the house yet. They haven't even been in it. I just think that's a big mistake. I don't think you have to sell your soul. So for those of you that are thinking about buying this year, you can win, but you've got to be patient. That's the key to this whole thing. And I think too many people get too worried and too upset, and they're scared they're not going to find something. And one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden you got a problem. So please, I beg you, whether you're here or you're somewhere else, if we're friends on Facebook, I want to help you. Even if you live in Colorado or you live in Florida, if you guys have a question about real estate and you don't have an agent, send me a message. I'll be more than happy to take time to answer your question. Some of the stuff I can't tell you because it's from state to state. It's a little bit different, but I can at least tell you if I think you're going to get yourself in trouble. And I'm here for you to do that. So please take advantage. The other thing I want to talk about is just the market in general. And it seems to be pretty true from what I'm talking or hearing from other agents around the country that we still have a shortage of inventory. And so when we have a shortage of inventory, you're looking at a situation where you're going to pay more for less because you have more people that are going to be offering on that property. The other part is it all comes down to financing. So before you start to search for a home to sell, or what am I saying, a home to buy, forgive me, it's been a long day. Make sure you know what your numbers are. Talk with a loan officer. Make sure you know what your dollar is, where your comfort level is, and stay inside that comfort level. You don't want to become house poor. But if you get pre-approved early, then you have a better chance of looking better when you're into the multiple offers. But again, you don't want to sell your soul. So until we start seeing more inventory, we're going to see this happening all year. Usually I don't see this fever till May or June, or it starts maybe after Super Bowl. This stuff's already happening. I've sold 3 houses in the last week, and people are just absolutely going crazy. So if you're in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area and you're thinking about buying or selling, call me. I'll be more than happy to do a market analysis for you on the value of your home and talk about the different questions that you have to help you sort things out. That's what I'm here for. But more so, I want to make sure that I'm sharing this information with people so that you're not being taken advantage of. And it's not always something where you're being taken advantage of on purpose, but some people just don't know any better. And you're relying on these realtors to help you with the biggest investment that most of you will ever make. It's certainly my biggest investment. I want to see that you don't get taken advantage of, you make the right decisions, and that you have all the facts and information so that you don't get in a bad situation. That's the main gist for me. I'm going to do this every Monday night Central at 7 p.m. I may miss 1 or 2, but I'm really going to try and be diligent about this. Every month I send out an email to people with 5 photos that I'm doing. Music, art, all types of different photography. If you guys want to get on that list to receive the 5 free photos every month, let me know. Send me your email address and I'll add you to the list. There's no obligation. It's not a real estate thing. It's just a way for me to share my art with people and tie it into real estate. That's pretty much all I really wanted to say tonight. I just kind of wanted to get the ball rolling again and get things happening here because I've been inconsistent. Tom Tobin is saying it is a buyer's market here in California right now, but I don't expect that situation to last. I expect it to flip-flop. Tom, you might be right. the thing I'm concerned about is if COVID continues the way it is and we have all these shutdowns, sooner or later the levee's going to break and we're going to start to see some foreclosures and some short sales. Hopefully we don't. If we do, I'm going to have some information about those things too, because that's a whole other animal than just literally buying a regular house from a seller. Let me see. Scott's here. Don's here. Hi, Don. Brett, Colleen, Eddie. Thank you guys. Ann, hi everybody. Thank you so much for just checking in. I'm here to help people if you need it. And this is just more of a laid back informational kind of thing that I'm going to do on Monday night, mostly just talking about real estate. In fact, Dawn, who's watching, we sold her and Johnny's house last year and got him into this beautiful home on the river. And I was just so excited. And that was like one of the best things I did last year. So that's what this is designed for. If you guys have questions, reach out to me. I'm here. Anything you need, I guess. And tune in if you can, if you're bored on a Monday night and you just want to hear some real estate talk. Sometimes I'll take questions about music. If you guys have any questions about music or photography or want to talk about something, please go ahead and ask, because I'm on right now. Other than that, it's just information. That's all. I want to share all of this stuff with people so they don't put themselves in a bad position. Sandra, let me see. Make sure you purchase the title insurance. It will protect you. Sandra, absolutely. Hi, Heather. It's good to see you're here. Marty, hi. Title insurance is something that happens when you close on the home, and Sandra is absolutely right. It's a one-time fee, probably $600 to $800, but it is the best in money you can spend on something like this. And what title insurance is they search the title on the house that you're purchasing to make sure that everything is as it should be. If for some reason the title insurance company misses something and 2 years after you move in, you get a knock on the door and it's somebody saying, hey, I got divorced from my husband and he never had me sign off on this. I had no idea he sold the home. I still have ownership in this home, then that title insurance is going to kick in and pay to solve that problem. So you have no out-of-pocket expense. So with attorney fees and other things like that, it can get very expensive. So you're dead on, Sandra. That is really, really important to do. Daryl, thanks for all the information and wisdom. You're welcome. Oh, Daniel, sorry. I can't read the small print on my phone. Thanks, Daniel. I really appreciate it. David's here too. Neil, hi. I just want to make sure that people get the most for their money and they get taken care of and they're treated honestly and fairly. And I just think that that's important. And I was down on the beach in Mexico a week or so ago and watching all of the turmoil that was happening here in America and all the negativity just broke my heart. And I made a commitment to myself when I was down there that not only am I going to do this stuff on Monday nights for everybody that's interested in listening and talk about real estate, I'm going to make sure that everything I post moving forward, whether it's on Instagram or it's on Facebook, is all going to be positive. No negative, no political, no anything that's going to make someone feel bad about themselves. Because I just think there's enough hate in this world. We need more love. We need more compassion and friendship. We're more alike than we are different. And I just think everybody needs to treat everyone with respect. And I think it can change the world. You know, I'm sorry if that sounds corny, but it's what I believe. Marty said, have Home Service Plus to protect your appliances too. Saved us many times. That's a great point, Marty. Thank you. So in Minnesota, we have Home Service Plus, which is like a home warranty plan, but you can do a la carte menus and you can choose certain appliances that you want to have covered for a nominal fee every month. And then there's only a trip charge. So if you have some appliances or a furnace or things that are getting older, you can sign up for these different programs and protect yourself. So it's literally nothing more than a trip charge. And if they can't fix whatever's broken, they'll replace it. So it can be a great deal. That's another great point. You guys always come up with the best stuff. Kelly said, I'm glad you're back. Thanks, Kelly. I really appreciate that. It's good to be back, and I'm trying to stay consistent. Thank you for the compliment on the photos. I really appreciate that. I love to share my art with people. Ryan, I refinanced my house last fall. When the appraiser came in, it was valued nearly $100,000 more than I was expecting. Definitely a seller's market right now. Wow, Ryan, that's fantastic. You're going to need to build an addition for all of your KISS stuff. So that's a good thing. You're going to need that 100 grand. Refinancing is another great thing. We could talk about that on an upcoming episode, but Ryan did a great job with that too. Ryan's a good friend of mine. He's a huge music and Kiss collector. So I always kind of, rib him a bit, but he's a good dude. He really is. Sandra, love listening to you and Kyle talk. Yes, we need more love and peace. Thanks, Sandra. I really agree. Janelle, hi, how are you? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said, this is just my first one of the year. I'm going to try and do this every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central, Monday Night Live. It's always going to be real estate oriented, but if you guys ever want to talk about music or you want to talk about photography or anything else that's on your mind, I'm happy to do that. But think of this as a vessel for information on my YouTube page as well as on my Facebook page to kind of help you and your friends and family so that you kind of know what's going on in the market. I guess that's really kind of all I've got to say. Thank you guys all for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate all of the comments and questions. Kyle and I have a Kiss auction coming up tomorrow night. So for those of you that are collecting Kiss stuff, the band, for those of you that don't know, we are doing an auction tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Kiss Live Auctions. And that should be a lot of fun. So you guys have a wonderful week. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. And I will see you next Monday night, 7 p.m. Central.